Hey YouTube, I'm Cameron and welcome to my Honda garage. So I thought I'd take you guys for a bit of a tour of my shed and tell you a bit about each of my cars and how they came to be here and what's in store for them in the future. I'll start off with my Integra Type R. So this is because I had this one the longest, since 2010 I bought this car. It's got around about 140,000 Ks on it now, 144,000. It's a 99 DC2 Australian delivered. Has a few basic mods, toter header, Mugen intake, fidget turbo exhaust, and tuned on Honda S2000. Otherwise it's pretty stock. Just has the JDM 16-inch wheels, which are a bit of a visual upgrade. Has the, being Australian spec model, so has the factory Recaro seats and Momo wheel and everything like that. So yeah, she's a bit of a gem. Oh, camera won't focus, of course. But yeah, Integra Type R. It is a fantastic car and I really love driving it when I get the chance. I was doing a lot of track days and hill climbs and stuff in this car, but I stopped doing it probably a number of years ago now, probably for a few reasons. Mostly that I don't have time as much anymore with work, but also I just sort of wanted to preserve the car and try and keep it as intact as possible. So didn't really want to crash it whilst racing it or anything like that. So I bought a Civic to turn into a bit of a track car. So that was my next project. The next car I added to my collection in 2013 was this Honda NSX. I bought it from my uncle who owned the car for about 20 years, and I'd always been pestering him to sell it to me, so finally he gave in and let me buy it from him. And yeah, then basically I spent 3 years tearing it apart and repainting it with the help of a good friend of mine, and yeah, just doing a few little upgrades along the way. So this is the NSX now. It's a gorgeous car, sitting on some C28Ns with KW V3 suspension. It's fitted with some Recaro pole positions and yeah, radio delete and NSXR red carpets, and needs a vacuum, but anyway. Yeah, so I'd love to share some driving videos with you guys of this car because it's absolutely awesome to drive. Engine wise, it's pretty standard. Just has the intake and exhaust. I've got some maintenance to do on it this year, which will be the goal. So I need to do the timing belt service and water pump service. So I'd like to take YouTube along for the ride with that maintenance. So that'll be engine out job and it'll be a learning process. The Civic. So my EG Civic I bought in around 2017, I think, with the intention of doing a K-swap project, and finally last year I managed to get it completed with lots of help from my good friend James, and this is the end result. So yeah, EG with K24, and it's got a 6-speed DC5 Type R gearbox and a few other little tasty mods along the way, camshaft upgrade, and M-Tron KV8 ECU, which is controlling it all, so we'll be able to do some funky stuff with like traction control and things like that as well. So I bought it with this underbody mural, which was kind of cool. The guy I bought it off, he was leaving the country, and he had to get rid of the car, and he had blown up and had no rego, so I picked it up really cheap, and I've turned it into this now. So it's super fun and super quick. So yeah, I have to share some driving videos. I've done the 5-stud swap from a DC2 Type R, so it's got the same brakes as the Integra, and obviously I can swap wheels between the two cars, which makes it pretty convenient. So yeah, 5x114, and just running some Yokohama 8009s on there, which are pretty awesome little tyre, pretty sticky. So just need to be a bit wider than the old 195s. They're a little bit too skinny to put all the power down. My good friend James Birmingham from Pro Race Fabrications made some little alloy parts for this car, some custom catch can and some bracketry for various items on the car, including the fuel pressure regulator and the drive-by-wire throttle sensor, and the brake proportioning valve. So yeah, pretty neat work. Also the custom fabricated brake lines, and also got all this sorted for the heater hoses and made sure it all works. So that's fantastic. The car's running Öhlins coilovers for suspension. Needs rear sway bar, but I've got a ASR rear sway bar to install this year, so that will happen soon. Interior wise, it's pretty standard. Need some seats because these don't hold you in enough, so that'll be high on the priority list for the little Civic. The next car I picked up was this AP1 S2000. Yeah, don't be fooled, they are AP2 taillights, but I bought the car with some damage and basically fixed the front end of the car because it had a small accident before I picked it up, and that's all been repaired. Basically had some little minor bingle with a parked car, so that meant that this had to be replaced, and that's all been repaired very well, and fully resprayed the car in Berliner black. So now the engine's all back in after repainting the engine bay, and now I just need to finish reassembling it. So obviously need to replace the roof and some interior parts, but it's a 2002 model, so it has the full red interior, red seats, red dash. Not to everyone's taste, but it's grown on me a lot. I think I like it a lot more than when I first saw it, but pretty keen to get it back on the road, and that's going to be in the next coming few months, I guess. Should mention the hoist. It's a 2-post 4-ton clear floor hoist, and that was basically the whole idea behind building this shed, was to have a space that I could install one of these and do proper work on cars without crawling around on the ground and jacking it up on stands. And yeah, this has been a lifesaver. Lastly, for the cars, this is my most recent acquisition, this Monte Carlo Blue S2000. It's a 2000 model, pretty high kilometre car. It's got about 243,000 kilometres on it, and I bought it from a good friend who needed a family car, so I did him a bit of a deal with one of the cars that I had, which was an Accord Euro, and I picked up this S2000. So it's basically just ready to drive, and I've just been enjoying driving it, taking it over to the coast and on some winding roads. Came with some nice RPF 1s and 8009s already fitted, so it's pretty grippy. It's got a little bit of paint damage, but oh, there's Daisy. Hey Daisy, hello. It's my little border collie, and this is the little bit of paint clear coat fail, but that's all right, no biggie. So fix that up, but I suppose if you fix it up, then it's just going to get stone chips, so I'd rather just enjoy driving it. So that kind of wraps up the cars in the shed at the moment. Bit of a selection, all 90s Hondas obviously, well 2000s, same. And I've got a couple of bikes over here you might have seen from the other shots, but we'll start off with the Monkey 1976 Z50. For the first year that has a compliance plate, so it can be registered on the road. It'd be pretty scary to ride on the road, but I'm keen to do it anyway. So the goal is to register it as a historic motorcycle, and yeah, do some riding around, take it to some meets. Should be awesome fun. So cool. The next bike's my little Honda Grom 2016 model. So NSX 125, so single cylinder, 9 horsepower, all the fun. Yeah, basically this one doesn't get ridden a whole lot because I just basically have too many other things to do, but This is my 2016 Honda Grom. Everyone needs a Grom. All 9 horsepower. So much fun. Had it since brand new, and I think I've done about 6,500, 7,000 kilometers, something like that. Hasn't gone too far, but it's one of those bikes that's just good fun to get out with some mates, and especially if they're on Groms too. Not much fun if they're on big bikes, but anyway, a lot of fun. That's the Grom. And last but not least, this is my big boy bike, my CB1000R. It's 2018 model. It's on about 23,000 Ks now. Picked it up second hand, I think in about 2021, and I've done probably 14,000 Ks on it since I picked it up. It's sexy with the single-sided swing arm and a Krapovich exhaust. Got a bit of a change coming up for this one. I'm doing another tank in some different colours, so it should be pretty interesting. My shed has this mezzanine space, which is going to be really good, but it's not very well utilised at the moment. It's basically just a store for all the parts for all the cars. So there's S2000 interior and everything up here, but basically what I want to do is turn this into a bit of a living space and somewhere to hang out. So yeah, provides a good view of all the cars though. That's why I like coming up here and just overlooking the all the toys, so it's good fun. So basically what I want to do with this channel is to sort of document the cars and what I do with them over the course of the next few years, I guess. So hopefully you can join in and enjoy the ride, and if there's anything you'd like to know more about or you'd like me to do a video on in particular, just drop a message in the comments and I'll try and do a video about that. Thanks guys.